Aloha, everyone, and welcome to Steevos Rock Garden. And the main question is, do you have a rock or are you getting a rock? I made a thumbnail with that rock in it. Dang, that's a lot of rocks, Stevo. Hey, buddy. Miguel H. Rudy 705. 305 here, brother. Apo, aka O2. Aloha. Wow, that's a lot of rocks, man. There's Nina. There's Shane. Not only is that a lot of rocks, that's a lot of time to paint each individual one. Look at Buddy. Tyne Duff, aloha. Pendar, aloha, Pendar. This is the official garden that we have been waiting months and months to see. There's Forrest, Miss D, Pookie Ann, many vibes. Joe Tenor, Chrissy Cat, Silver Girl and the Ace. Nice. Mary Beth. Oh, that Mary Beth one was pretty cool. Rocksteady. Aloha. Chris Gilbert. Aloha. So I'm not sure if Steve-O wants to be muted or if he just doesn't know he's muted. Blue Unicorn, which in a few weeks will be on my Sunday podcast. I think in 3 weeks.
Steve-O didn't realize he was muted. Anyway, I was saying the Big Chap rock has been in the garden for a while. I've had that done for a while, but I pulled them back out in order to put the rabbit to jump down the rabbit holes.
No, that's definitely Big Chap.
Had to get his logo on there. So there's the Big Chap.
You know what?
My phone's spinning around on this
sticker, real quick about Big Chap, my sticker, Harloha, and Big Chap's sticker are the only 2 stickers on Nina's car.
Oh, yeah? That's cool. Anyway, I'm going to go inside and get onto my laptop, but I could not get this video. I ran out of storage on my phone. So in order to do the close-up, we're doing it live. So what I'm going to do is make one more pass back through here to the other side, and then I'm going to shut off and go get onto my laptop. So
take your screenshots, everybody. That's the official rock garden. And you've seen it here first with Steve-O and Steve Harloha.
Right.
Exclusively.
Steve, I want to show you something. Okay, this one here, that's Yankee for Life rock, right? You've seen that one, right? It's got the nuclear thing on the back. Let's see. You got Yankee for Life on there? All right. This one you haven't seen, but we're going to show the feature in a few minutes. But that one right there, you get to think, who's that one for? Okay?
Shoot. Okay. Oh.
Now we already have Ronnie over here. And we already have Grandma Patriot. We got Mima Patriot right there. She's got her flag, so it's not her. And it's not Ronnie York because he's got his flag up there. So anyway, while I go inside, you think about who's that flag for. All right, everybody. I'm going to head inside now. Steve, you got your show. Hope everybody got their screenshot.
Right on. What's good, everybody in chat? Pendar, Rudy, Tyne Duff, Rocksteady, Chris Gilbert, Gigi's Unhinged. Aloha. Gotta make sure everybody's blue. I don't know why Rudy. I always give Rudy a wrench, and then every time I come back, he's not blue. So I don't know what's going on with that. Sorry, Rudy. Nothing personal, brother. But it is 3:11:11. Wow, it's 3:11:11, Rudy. Here, PM. Oh, good guess. Good guess, Gigi's. That's a really good one. Yeah, because I'm thinking there's like so many people rolling through my head. I'm not sure. And he's back.
And he's back. Yeah, and my phone went flying and landed in the water bucket outside. It's
So
still working.
there's a guess. That's a guess from Gigi's. Is it for Indy?
Is that for Indy? No, Indy has her rock. Indy was the
Sure.
first logo that I painted on a rock.
Oh, okay.
So Creeks is the first rock that was put onto the being a part of the YouTube garden. The Creek rock, that alligator rock, is the original rock that I had painted before I got into YouTube. Once I saw Creek show, I figured, hey, Creek's in Louisiana. This rock represents Creek Squad. So I put Creek Squad on the bottom of that rock. That was the first rock. As I got to painting the rocks, when I saw Independent Mini's logo, she's the first one I had asked if she minds if I do her logo on a rock. She said she'd be honored. So hers has her logo on it. And that was the first one that had the logo. But yours was the first one that was actually painted for the rock. After I did Creeks, I painted yours and Nina's. And then I did Shane and Mr. B, and that's where the community started. And we branched out into the independent music.
And you haven't stopped painting since.
That's right. And it's been growing. So let's see. I put a video out this morning showing the garden before planting and what was going to be planted. It's a video that is
The 2-minute one?
2 minutes. Yeah, a minute and 56 seconds.
I could pull it up if you want to save.
Go for it.
Okay,
you know all that technical stuff. It saved me from having to do it. And then after that would be when I start planting them, would be the video that's 26 minutes and 59 seconds. Okay. That'll be the feature one. That's showing each rock independently.
Oh, nice. Hey, there's Blue Unicorn. I just said his name. See, I summoned him in here. I just got done saying.
Saw him in the garden. He's actually represented by 2 rocks now.
Nice. Oh, so you do have favorites?
No, I just have certain things for certain. I mean, the size don't matter. Rocks or whatever. We're all one big community. If you notice.
Yeah. Hey, Ray Pierce. Aloha.
And if you look at that garden, the one rock that I feel that stands out above most of the rest of them that are out there is the Camo Coral rock, because it's camouflaged, and camouflage does not work in a painted garden.
Right.
Because then it just looks like a rock. It's a regular rock amongst a whole pile of painted rocks.
It does its job. It's camouflaged. So is there audio in this, or?
I turned them off. I turned off the audio. We can overtalk.
Okay. So.
Basically, okay, that was saying that was the garden from 2023. Now this is the 2024. There's that one I was telling you about.
Yep, the top
flag
corner
rock.
one.
And that's going to be the last one being shown right now when I do the feature. It's on the
Oh,
second.
I just seen. I can't guess anymore. I just seen a glimpse
Okay.
of who it was.
You saw the name on the bottom?
Yeah, yep, I seen it.
All
I
right.
don't know how I caught that, but I caught it.
Yeah, it's on there.
That's
I mean,
cool.
yeah.
That's cool.
You can say it.
Well,
I mean, people are
I
still
haven't
guessing.
heard for Landon Unspecified Podcast. I haven't heard from him in a few weeks. I should get a hold of him and see if. But I've been so busy though too. It's
Yeah. Okay, I'm going to scroll back up through these chats now because I haven't even looked at the chats at all. And then I'm going to have to figure out how to take this show and put it on my channel. Just share it on my channel or whatever. Put it there so people can see it.
oh yeah, up in the top corner on the StreamYard side, you should be able. I have it turned. Let me double check. I should have it turned on. Oh, that one's done.
Gigi's asking where's her nuts. I don't want to comment on that. I might get banned or something.
David Devine, aloha, brother. David, I put the final short out today from last Sunday, but I was demonetized, so it's not really pushing. It's not really showing anyone, but it's out there. I think it's funny. I think it's hilarious. But let me see. Let me double check.
Oh,
Yep.
Gigi, you got more on the trampoline? Well, the ones on the trampoline, Gigi, are the ones that are being featured right now today. When we started the show, I was showing you the garden. Those are all now in the garden. Those are now in that garden that you were looking at when we started the show.
So basically, these are all the new ones. The new.
These are all the ones that just got added today. They got added to the garden today. And this is the video.
This is before they get crowned.
Yeah. Let's see. This is still the 2-minute video, right? Yeah.
Oh yeah, I restarted it because it ended real quick, and I missed the last like 40 seconds of it. Because it was that Joe Cool, sweet Joe Cool's got a rock.
Well, you shouldn't have. You should have just stopped it where it stopped because that's where I'm going to start on featuring them. So these right here are going to be the first ones to get featured. That pot rock is the first one being featured.
Cool. Well, yeah, this one is 10 seconds anyway, so.
Yeah, because I start on this end and I work to the other end of the trampoline. What I do is I grab each rock and I'm putting them in those crates right there.
Okay.
So I'm going to move the crates right now while the video's not showing. I'm moving the crates over to where I can start picking up the rocks. So if you go to the 26-minute video and start that's going to start right there.
I'm not seeing the 26-minute video.
26:49. Do I need to share it?
Yeah, I'm not seeing it.
Okay, let me go to present. Oh, wait, I got to click on the screen first. Huh? Hold on a second. Click on there. Share screen. Grandpa's video.
Do you still have it under unlisted, maybe?
Oops. Hold on a second. What do you mean unlisted? I didn't unlist nothing.
No. Well, when you post it, you can either have it set to public, unlisted, or private.
Oh, it asked if it was for minors or not. Okay, Google Photos share. Okay, so, and I'm going to go full screen on this one. Now, can you see these?
Yep.
Okay, I'm going to back it up. And okay, so back up.
Rocksteady, I got.
So I am talking. If you want me to put the sound on. Let's see, let me put the sound on the video. Yeah. Daniel Giamichelli. Daniel Giamichelli. Now, some of the rocks that I don't turn over is because there's nothing painted on the back. Once you guys make that one out, you might have to read between the lines to figure that one out.
That's a good one.
Yeah, read between the lines. Here we go. Hardcore copper. Hardcore copper. This was fun painting too. And I'm taking it as a coin collector, not a hardcore oink oink copper.
Right.
Bamboo Soja. He's got his own.
Yeah, he's
karaoke
cool,
show.
man. Yeah,
Yeah.
he's cool. I just met him a couple weeks ago. Cool guy. Good
there's
people.
quite a few of them. Quite a few. Oh, here we go. Ed B. Metal. I haven't done the back yet. And that is in, if you notice the metal, when I originally did the metal, I did it in blue. And then I had to go over it with the other color because you couldn't see the blue against the background. Summer the Singing Panda. Summer the Singing Panda. She's got a beautiful voice too. That is Summer the Singing Panda right there. Yeah, she was on Deb's show. Deb's Wood Burning on the karaoke show.
Yeah, I haven't been over there in a while either. I've had some, man.
Oh man, I'm there nightly.
I know I used to be, even if I wasn't on panel.
I can't call in sick. I get no time off, she said. She rocks. Okay.
I'm waiting to see what that one is in the back there. That purple one.
Purple one, all right.
In the top right, in the back, second one from the top right left.
The orange eyeballs. Carry rock.
Yep. I like that one. Sticks out.
Yeah. Wait till you see who it is too. I don't know if you know.
I don't think I do.
Valerie Bott, right? Valerie
Who?
Bott Music.
Oh yeah, yeah, Valerie, yeah.
Yeah. Well, that's where that one's from.
I think I'm actually a member.
This is a memorial stone. Amy Benton asked me if I can do a drum set on a rock, and I asked her sure. And then I come to find out it was a memorial stone for John. So rest in peace, John. He was a high school student that passed away, and she wanted a memorial stone, so I made her one. Blue Jay Outpost. Blue Jay Outpost rock. Yeah, see the Blue Jay Outpost rock? I'll probably not flip it over, so I didn't paint anything on the other side. Here's Sid stone. This one I did Sid in black and white. There you go. Sid. CYD. Sid.
Aloha, deal for real, the deal for real. So good, you gotta say it twice.
He's here. I need to apologize because in this video, when I show your rock, I keep saying the deal is real. The deal is real. Instead of the deal for real.
Okay.
It's painted on the rock, the deal for real. The deal for real. But when I'm saying it on the video, I keep saying the deal is real.
Dude, that's perfect though. I love it because I always say the deal for real is so good you got to say it twice, and now I can say the deal for real is so good you got to say it twice because the deal is real.
Baby love.
I like that.
The deal for real. The deal is real.
Yeah.
Baby love. But anyway, on the rock, I'll let the video speak for itself because his rock's in here to be planted. Kimba rock. And she's from I believe through Bamboo Soja. And we got the John Wiggs, another karaoke singer. John Wiggs.
Oh my! I was way behind.
Reposition. Move the camera over. All right. These ones are a couple. Still got to figure out what I'm going to do with the rest of their rock. But for now, they're going to go planted like they are. The Vedma, Misha Dark Rock. Vedma and Misha Dark.
Yeah, they were on Deb's wood
on
burning one night.
Still got to figure out what to do with the rest of those.
Creek Squad, what's up, Creek? You can call me anything you want, just don't call me that.
E. Urban.
E. Urban, he's one from Valerie Bot's channel.
E. Urban.
And when she says it, I keep thinking Keith Urban, and it's E. Urban. E. Urban.
Valerie Bot's music.
Yeah.
On the Friday Song Clubs and What the Flock. And
right on, Gigi. Much love and aloha.
Oh, here you go. I'm gonna like this one. On Valerie's show, she got the Magic 8 Ball.
Aware of Magic 8 Ball. Valerie Bot's got a Magic 8 Ball. Sometimes it works, sometimes it don't. On her show.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure I'm a member on her channel.
Ask it a question and flip it over, and it's to answer you, right? Flip over the Magic 8 Ball. What do we got? The Magic 8 Ball says,
I am a rock.
I am a rock. There's your answer. It's not an 8 ball, it's a rock. So the Valerie Bot 8 Ball Magic.
Now, here you go, Steve. This is the one you've been waiting on.
Also, this one here, I don't know what it's supposed to be. All I know that it's a non-mouse.
Oh, see, I should have figured that out.
Right there.
It's a non-mouse. It's not a mouse. I don't know what it is, but it's not a mouse. It's a non-mouse.
Aloha, John Kemper.
Lori's Mishmash Rock.
I can't believe I didn't figure that out. Non-mouse.
Lori's Mishmash. Dorothy Trusty.
Anon.
Dorothy Trusty Rock.
Anon mouse. I always thought anonymous. Not a mouse.
Non-mouse.
Non-mouse. Through the YouTube. These are your YouTube stones for the rock garden. Daphne.
I'm not sure how old she is, but Penny is her mother. Penny also has a rock.
This is a fun stone to make.
Here you go. Here's Deeds.
Deedsville. He's finally back.
Deedsville Network Entertainment.
He took a break for a while.
Now, who's backing him? Who's back in Deedsville?
Network.
Well, no, he's back because he wasn't on YouTube at all for like 6 years.
On the back of his rock.
Oh, Minion. Yeah.
Minion right there, back in the Deedsville.
The power couple. She's super. She's a sweetheart, man. She's great.
You got Minion back
in the garden.
Ed Hen. What's good, Ed?
Guys, make out that rock right there.
And speaking of Blue Unicorn, she's going to be a guest on the podcast in like 3 weeks. Looking forward to that one.
That's what that is.
Blue Unicorn or the alter ego?
The alter ego, or maybe both.
Yeah, the human vessel. Maybe you'll get lucky and the red unicorn to show up too.
Hey, you never know. Never know.
Okay, this is Amy Benton. She's the one that requested the Jot Rock, the memorial for the high school student.
For me to do the rock for Jot. So Jot has his commemorative stone in the garden.
Siren Jag, he's another singer on Deb's show. He's got a good voice.
Another good karaoke singer. Very nice voice. This was a fun stone to do. We got
Scars and Shadows.
Scars and Shadows. Flip it over. We got Scars and Shadows.
Oh, hey, Ed. Pretty good. Busy. I've been real busy, Ed. Really busy. Just like Red Unicorn.
Reposition the camera again. Getting down there on these stones now. Let's see here. Maybe halfway through what I had out here. All right. Here we have a
Joe Cool.
Hey, Joe Cool. Dude, I don't care what mood you're in, but if you're in like the depressed mood or angry or you're down, Joe Cool laughs.
Yeah.
It just you're happy. And so you
Buffering.
hear Joe Cool, he's got
And
the
it always
best
makes
laugh
me
in
look,
the world,
are
man.
we buffering or not? And no, that's just the name.
Yeah.
Every day I'm buffering.
See buffering.
Not announcing that we're buffering
Who's
all the
buffering?
time,
Oh,
but
no, it's just buffering commenting.
and this one here, this rock here, I don't know if you can make up that photo or not, but that is a corncob pipe
for Fab Daddy.
Fab Daddy.
Fab Daddy's another guy lives
Fab
up here in
Daddy
California,
is corncob pipe.
and we get to talk, and he smokes a corncob pipe.
Represented in the garden also.
Good old original corncob pipe.
There we go.
There we go. This was nice. This was fun.
Punk Media Karaoke.
Couldn't ask for a bumpier rock to hang on either.
Punk Media Karaoke.
Rocksteady. That's funny, Rocksteady, because I was just telling someone the other day, it's like I'm more busy than I have been, but I'm still making less money. However the hell that works. But free estimates, just more shit going on.
Other things.
Babes in Toyland and other things.
Oh boy. Jazzy's Junk.
Yeah, some of these I've never heard of, but
they do antique auctions and stuff. Some of them are through Deb's Wood Burning. She does auctions and stuff, and some of them.
Yeah, I've only caught. That's the one she does during the day, right, or in the morning or whatever. But
yeah,
I've only caught that a few times.
Yeah, Zach Thong. He should have been in there a long time ago. He kept going from one list to another list, and I never got around to doing his rock.
Big Chap's rock has been in the garden.
Yeah, here we go. Big Chap.
The reason it's setting up here to be replanted again.
I had to pull it out to do the logo.
To Big Chap, and he's now sporting the logo.
Not the old rabbit hole.
Big Chap Bunny getting ready to go down them rabbit holes. That's right. Big Chap heading to the rabbit holes. Don't know what we're gonna find. So there you go, Big Chap. Your stone has been completed, buddy. Big Chap rocks. And he also checks out them rabbit holes. Keeps you aware of what's going on. Yeah, so Ocean Tide. Seen Ocean Tide in the chats.
He's around, Ed. He's still around.
Ocean Tide stone.
Oh, nice. 19 likes already. Right on.
If you guys can make that one out. That's the Marcella stone.
Yeah. Did you hear that Mr. B performed a wedding ceremony on Valentine's Day?
Yeah. I heard about it. I didn't get to witness it, but
yeah. And Markella didn't witness it either. Her and another one is upset because they weren't there to witness it. And they were friends of Kimmy's, and they're upset they weren't there.
It's a Frankie H.
I don't even think I was there, and that's my story. I'm sticking to it. You can see the Deal for Real rock right back there. He says the Deal for Real.
We got the Sandy Kirk.
Sandy Kirk.
Banana.
Banana rock. You got a tattooed banana.
And
no, flip it over. Get it the right way.
This way.
Mr. B licking the banana.
Licking the banana.
That was on
lick the banana.
On New Year's. Mr. B had to lick the freaking banana. Boing, boing.
So that's going to be planted in the garden.
Dang, I missed that too.
Yeah, that was a fun night. That was very fun. Although Mr. B may not admit to it.
Another reposition here.
Yes, LSP, we've heard about Doc Danger.
You know what? I'm going to turn this around so we can
I just
look over here at this rock garden.
I actually, in description, I dedicated this to him because I just found out like a couple hours ago.
Tripod. And you guys can view the rock garden down here while I pass rocks in front of you. So,
yeah, I've got the base coat painted on the Doc Danger Memorial Stone.
Okay, so
and it's a cobalt blue.
You guys can watch.
Let's see. I don't know if you can see that or not, but it's a cobalt blue. That's the base coat for the Doc Danger.
Now let me get my bucket
Memorial
here
Stone.
that I'm putting these rocks in.
Ed, he found out not that long ago that he was stage 4.
Right.
I was pretty sick.
They were saying I was listening in on the memorial earlier. They were talking about
little ones here coming.
And he asked to be transferred into hospice. He didn't want to be in the hospital or anything when he went. So they got him out of the hospital and to the hospice and everything.
What you gonna do about it?
And I guess it came in at like 6 o'clock this morning.
I'm your huckleberry.
But he wasn't going to go to the hospital. He didn't want to go to the hospital.
What do about it? Yeah.
And cherish the memory.
So in here, we got Char
E. Peace Rock.
Char E. Peace Rock. That's right. Char E. Peace Rock. And this one here, you got Ozark Drifter.
And then his logo.
Drifter.
And his YouTube logo is that OD.
There's his logo right there. Ozark Drifter.
OD, that's funny because out here, OD, people say OD, they're like, it's OD. I'm like, what's that? He's like, out there. He's OD. He's out there.
What the hell, man?
Kelly Arian Rock.
Ronnie. When Ronnie.
Got the Pearl Rock.
I look away for 2 seconds and Ronnie came in. What's up, brother Ronnie?
Pearl. Oh, and this one here. This one I find ironic.
Ronnie ain't seen his rock yet. Ronnie, if you look to the left, man, your rock is there.
Carl's rock, right?
Is it one that's already in the garden or one that's...
Yeah, the whole thing is?
Yeah, look into the garden.
Camouflage. You know,
I'm all doing it like you can see my mouse scroller thing. But yeah, I'm like pointing at it. It's right there.
So am I. Anyway, I'm pointing at it too.
I find ironic. That the camouflage isn't going to work in a painted rock garden. All right.
It's holiday.
Here we got Brad, RVZ and Karaoke.
Revision Karaoke.
Which is Revision Karaoke.
So yeah, Kimmy's really cool, Ed.
And this is Mazzy, his little fur baby.
Yeah, Brad makes his own karaoke tracks and stuff, and
makes his own karaoke tracks and stuff. And then we got.
There you go.
The deal is real.
No, the deal for real.
It's got to be repeated twice. The deal is real. The deal is real.
I keep saying Israel. I'm not even reading the rock.
Colors here.
It's for real.
The deal is real. The deal is real for real, or all the way around this rock. You got white, blue, light blue, yellow, green,
back to white again. So,
like that, Steve.
The deal is real.
You're the one who kept telling me you can't say it once, you got to say it twice.
This
I figured,
one here,
okay, I'm going to paint it twice
come
in every
back,
color.
Don. Don's a good singer.
Yeah, come back,
He just
Don.
has problems with the internet.
Don Ritchie.
So, Don Ritchie.
Yeah, did you ever figure that out?
Right. We made Don
He's
Ritchie
getting better.
go,
Yeah, he was on Freak Show the other night, but he did fall
the
off
internet
a couple
keeps
times.
dropping him offline and stuff. Come back, Don.
Tell that guy to show him a damn rock.
Right.
Oh, he loved the rock because I showed him. Come back, Don. My
Carrera rock.
Oh, there's Independent Mini rock right there. The green rock. Right behind my hand, there's a green rock. It says Independent Mini. It's upside down right now.
I put Abby in every color.
Wait till my hand moves out of the way. Right there in the center.
Abby all over that rock.
Independent Mini United. And it's upside down right now.
Being represented here.
It gets flipped over though. Just right here in the video, it's not. It's upside down. Because Buddy runs through there all the time, chasing the cats.
See the happy face? That's for Happy P. The Happy Philippines.
Happy P, another karaoke singer from the Philippines. He pops in every once in a while from the Philippines and sings.
But yeah, because to a dog, that's just a bunch of rocks.
Yeah.
I don't.
This one's for cool. Our singing dog.
This is for Purple Wings dog, Tinkerbell.
Tinkerbell.
Anytime Purple Wings goes on Deb's show and she sings "Going to the Chapel, We're Going to Get Married," Tinkerbell jumps up on her and starts singing with her. So, Tinkerbell sung her way into the rock garden.
A bold lion.
You're a bold lion. I like this.
Name like bold lion.
This one was a challenge.
What better to try to design a rock with?
Oh, that came out nice though.
Yeah,
that's cool.
Some of these I really had fun doing. It was a lot of fun. Here we go. Kitty, kitty.
Kitty, kitty.
Here, kitty, kitty.
That's right. We got the kitty, kitty stone. Here, kitty, kitty. Here we have another gypsy. I got gypsies wandering around the rock garden also. Gypsy souls. We got gypsies. We got gypsy souls. Oh, yeah. Don't know what you're going to find around the rock garden. Genevieve. Genevieve. Genevieve rock. This one here. I don't know if you guys know the logo or not. Viper.
Viper's another singer. Has a karaoke, has a channel of his own. I forget the name of the show though.
The Viper's a very good singer also.
There goes one of the cats walking by.
And then we got D-Johns.
And when Stevo was recording this video, you could tell he also just got done painting.
And
yes.
This one here,
my hands still got paint on them. And
inadvertently, whatever. He made her my YouTube wife. Kimmy.
Yeah. And I perform my own manicures.
Kimmy Rock.
Which you pretty much just rip them off. I don't use clippers. Peel them.
Yeah, me too. Mine just, from work when I'm.
Yeah, once I get a jagged edge on it, if my nail gets a jagged edge, I just pull it off.
He might as well start his own.
Yeah, if I got a job where I'm digging and stuff, and I'm in there,
that guy, when he
like the dirt files it for me. I gotta do shit.
You get a workout. All right, here we got
Chrissy Cat walking by.
Chloe
Richardson.
And for some reason, I find it funny that I take the small rocks and put the long names on them.
Yeah, I picked up the rock and I looked at the list, and it said Richardson. I'm like, I wonder if I could fit that on this rock.
Right Randy Foster Rock. Randy Foster.
And that's how some of the rocks are, some of them I just reach into a bag, grab a rock, and see who's next on the list. Well, that's their rock. Some of them I grab the rock and say, oh, okay, this rock is for this person.
Flip the penny rock over. You got another penny.
Yeah, Penny's the mother of the one I showed earlier.
Yeah, there's a lot of these that you've named this far into the video. There's a handful that I've never heard of. So shout out to everyone that has a rock. Shout out to you guys.
Some of them aren't even on panels. A lot of them have shows of their own, and most of them are karaoke or independent music. Some of them have shows, some of them, and quite a few lately have just been people in chat.
Anyway, we got
because that's what I was gonna say. That now that I'm hearing and seeing all these names, I'm gonna start paying more attention in the chats because I know there's a lot of people that are always in chat but never on panel. And
right, like Ed Hen. Ed Hen's got a rock in the garden. He's had one since way back, since before the Christmas card.
Rock steady.
Like Ronnie. Ronnie's in there. A lot of you guys.
Okay, guys, these are the rocks that are being featured that are going to be planted into the rock garden. So here we go with.
Oh, that's a restart. Okay, so we're done with that. We need to go to the next one. So where do I find the pause over here? Okay, get out of there. And now we're going to go to the next video, which was the 517. That's going to pick up where we left off. So 517. Do you have that one, Steve, or do I need to share it?
Let me pull yours up again. How long is it?
5 minutes and 17 seconds. It starts with the rock steady rock.
There's that.
The heck's happening
I got
here?
3 minutes and 30 seconds, 2 minutes and 16 seconds, 7 minutes and 42, 5 minutes and 14 seconds. It starts out with what rock?
517. It starts with a blue rock that says rock steady on it. Why am I clicking right here? Let me refresh this.
Yeah, because I'm on your YouTube page under videos.
Oh, no, not on the YouTube page. On the on
shoot.
Photos, the ones that I sent you on the email. Okay, here I got it now.
All right, that's why.
You pause.
Yeah, the one you sent me today, there was nothing connected to it.
Oh, okay. Share screen.
I forgot to reply to that.
And share. Okay, and let me go full screen on this, and it should be there for you. And play.
Rock steady.
All right.
He was here earlier. I don't know if he's still here.
This is 17. This is going to take us to the
Tennessee right there. Star. Nashville, and down near Memphis, Hill Street with the blue suede shoes. So that'd be the Lady Sky Rock.
Looks like that cat's getting ready to tinkle on Ronnie's rock.
Joni rock.
Yeah, Ronnie, there's your rock. The cat's going to point it out for you.
Feisty feather.
Hey, Mayor. I didn't see you come in. Aloha. Dave's not here, man. Did you see the short I put out, Dave?
Propaganda Productions. Mijo.
Put it out today.
Steve /Esteban. Mijo
Ronnie
Steve
thinks I threw his
Esteban.
rock away. Ronnie, it is a good throwing rock, though.
It's a good skipping rock. Steve Cutler, aloha, brother.
Escaleria.
Butterfly. Oh, these beautiful
Jorge
people in here.
Escaleria.
There goes Buddy walking right on through.
This one might be a little difficult to make out, but it is the Mindy rock.
Yeah, Mindy. M-I-N-D-Y.
M-I-N-D-Y.
Sometimes when I'm filming them, I can't see them right. It's like they don't, and I can't tell if they're showing up right on the camera or not when I'm filming it.
Right? Yeah, if it's like
this
focusing or not.
Like that one. Kiki eyes. Is it focused or not? Okay, that one's starting to peel. I'm going to have to redo that rock right there because it started to peel on the one side.
K-I-K-I-S-E-Y-E-S. Kiki eyes.
He threw your rock using a sling. It was to solve his raccoon problem.
Father and son, Richard and Joe Norman.
Okay.
Yeah.
Father and
son. Joe and Richard Norman.
And Joe Norman.
Sharon Mercier.
They've also done duets together.
Oh, yeah. Her rock's in here, too.
And that would be on Joe Norman.
And, of course, the first time I show it, on one side of the rock, I say Sharon Mercier. It's all spelled right. It's spelled Mercier. But when I show the rock, I mention it. Mercer.
Windy
and when I flip it over, I say Mercier.
Windy Rocks. And this is the Outback.
Outback Windows.
Windows.
She's a good singer too, from down under.
And
that was a fun rock to do.
Here. That's the logo for GS.
That's a duplicate of his. Actually, other than I put the GS on the hat, other than the logo he had on the hat.
Right there. And that's the logo.
Yeah, I've seen Guardian Steve around. He's cool.
And last but not least,
here we go.
The biggest one of them all, I believe. The American flag. The American flag. You do know I have several American flags in the garden, and that's because of the people it's representing. And this one here, this American flag, is represented
Unspecified podcast.
Unspecified podcast. Unspecified podcast.
See, can't even land them right.
Landon and Tiff, there's your.
So they haven't seen that yet, huh?
Unspecified podcast.
Nope, they haven't, unless you email them and they're watching now.
And with that, folks, I now have this barrel of rocks.
Creative rocks.
That was on the trampoline to be added to this garden, and that would be on my next video. The rock steady rock.
All right, so that finishes up that one.
And then
I got 5 minutes of me planting the rocks, and I don't think we need to watch me planting rocks. But let's see, refresh this again. And all right, what I have left is a video, 1 minute and 14 seconds long. Well, I'm going to say about a minute long of the rock garden complete, just not a close-up. We did the close-up at the beginning of the show. Oops, let me back that one up. Present, share screen. That one, share, and go full screen. There we go. So this one is showing the rock garden in its entirety. And then I go to do a close-up on it, and I run out of storage on my phone. So this is what the rock garden is now. And I go to do the close-ups.
And then your storage is like,
try to get my bearings.
Bleep you.
Ends up messing up. Yeah, you're done. That rock right there is for my brother-in-law. He goes by Grizz. He was in the California Conservation Corps fighting forest fires and everything, and everybody had nicknames. His was Grizz because he looked like Grizzly Adams. So I put his rock in there. Although he don't do YouTube, it's just, for him. Yeah, so right here's where it messes up and cuts out.
Yeah, I hate that with the phone. It's like, oh, you're out of storage. It's like,
yeah. But now
then, like,
the rock garden's out.
Then you got to get rid of shit you don't want to get rid of. Or it's a pain in the ass to like transfer it to something else so that you don't lose it, but then can clear up space and.
Right. So there you go, people. There's the rock garden. And eventually I'll start putting these out on my channel so they can go there and see them when they want to.
Yeah, where is Dave? Dave popped in and then Dave disappeared. Dave's not here, man.
He's not here, man, at 5:56.
I was going to ask him because he called me the other day and I didn't even realize he called until the following day. So then I sent him it was a text, but a voice text. You know, you can send a text message, but you could talk in the text message. And then they hear your voice. I don't know if he got it or not because I never heard back from him. Probably because he's not here, man.
He's never here.
Oh, there he is. He's still there. Come on, man. Come on, man. I want to look into that. I didn't know about that. What Ed was saying, about the American peacetime flag.
Yeah, look into that too. I gotta check that out. Interesting.
Peacetime flag. Come on, man.
What? The rocks are going to mark my victories in war against individuals here. Okay. Did you see that one, Steve?
No, which one?
If you ever meet MT Versivites, folks are going to find my rock garden 2,000 years later and assume that these are all trophies marking my victories in wars against individuals here.
Yeah, no shit, right? Seriously, think about it.
They're trophies instead of,
They just make up their own, like, oh yeah, wow, look at this. Just make up a whole story about that was like your castle and you had to beat all those people to hold your land, and
it's pretty much how our history is now, right?
Yep.
Made up and told us and fed us, and
and then if they could go back in time, you'd be like, nah, man, just painting rocks, bro.
Yeah, it's just painted rocks.
Oh shit, really? That's interesting. Yeah, because I was learned some shit the other day about Civil War and that whole time period, and very interesting stuff.
I know, but when you research the history, it's like, where do you go to get the information? Is it what they, What they put in the textbooks that they want you to believe, or what actually happened.
Right. That's the thing. You have to look through so many different.
Where's the library that has the original newspapers or clippings and reports on all that? That's what you need to check into. You can't trust what they printed after the fact. You got to go by what was being reported at the time. And even then, it could be sketchy.
Yeah, and if you Google it, Google's just going to tell you what they want you to know.
Yeah, their narrative, right? Exactly. Yeah. Oh. Anyway, it's been fun, Steve. I appreciate it. I mean, I don't have much more than painting more rocks.
I am a rock.
Which this is the next one that's I'm going to be working on. Don't know how long it's going to take, but this is going to be the Doc Danger Memorial Stone. Already painted in the cobalt blue and the base coat.
Yeah, and shout out to Doc Danger, rest in peace, brother.
Yeah.
I'm gonna be beating myself up for a long time, dude, because that's what hold on. Because a few weeks ago when shoot. I was supposed to call him, dude, and I never did, man. And that's gonna eat away at me, dude. So I love you, Doc. I'm sorry, man. What's up, Wolverine? Southeast Wolverines. Southeast Wolverines will be on tomorrow with us on the podcast.
Oh, cool.
So
yeah, I know Mr. B is going to be coming up shortly too.
Next Sunday. Next Sunday, Mr. B. Yep. So and then we got, I can't see the calendar from here, but a few more after that. I'd have to I know Blue Unicorn is coming up after Mr. B. I can't remember. But
yeah. Well, you've been busy, so you got a lot going.
And shit, today before the sun goes down, I get to put in a new mailbox, which I just did 2 years ago. But I woke up yesterday morning and I go out and my mailbox is like this.
Oh.
And then I look across the alleyway to that house,
right.
And that house across the alleyway is a duplex. So their mailbox is like, a post and it's got mailbox on each side.
Right.
Theirs was just broke off at the base and just laying on the ground. So I'm like, oh, okay. And then the other side of the duplex, it's like vacant, but the owner was there. They're like cleaning up and stuff. And she came out. So I was like, oh, yours, what, fell down too? And she goes, no, we just had our fence done. And the people that Lowe's sent, I know they backed into it. And I'm like, that would make sense for yours, but they'd have to go out of their way to back into mine, right? Like you'd have to be backing. So I don't know what happened, but so I had to go buy on my way home last night. I had to go buy a new mailbox, and now I get to do the post hole.
I had to do some plumbing.
Oh, sweet.
Yeah. We had a leak in the bathtub that it was a small drip, right? So I hadn't worried about it. Just a little drip, drip, drip. Well, eventually that drip ends up making a little stain at the bottom of the tub.
Yeah.
Like, okay, well, we're paying rent. Let's call the management company and have them, take care of it. Okay, fine. So we did, and they put in a work order for it. Well, when the plumber was out here, I told him, I'm like, hey, dude, while you're here, I got 2 hose bibs out in the backyard, and they're leaking. One's a 3/4 inch, one's a 1/2 inch. Oh, I can't do it. It's not on the work order. I'm like, what?
Yeah.
Apparently he told his boss about it. His boss called the management company. Management company emails me and my daughter and tells us that it's not on the work order, that he can't, that we have to put it on a work order. And I turned around and looked at my daughter. I says, hell, all I need is the damn hose bibs. Well, she went and got them for me. I'm like, it's not my responsibility. It's not my home. I shouldn't have to replace it. But since you got them, what the hell? You go stop the leak. We're paying for it anyway.
Well, the bigger companies do that. They out here anyway. They call it change work order.
Right.
Because it's like it's not on the work order on the invoice or whatever, and
So they add a
you
little bit
just
more
do a
charge. So
change.
what?
But and they could have did that. They probably wasted more time by going through the whole. It's not on the work order. Then all they had to do would be like, okay, now it is on the work order.
Right. It's
But
like the
it
management
just
company. When they emailed me and said it's not on the work order, they're not authorized to do it, whatever. I'm like, fine. So what am I to do? Notify you again and have another service charge? That's kind of stupid. You guys are going to pay for another
right.
service charge to do 2 hose bibs?
Exactly.
They decided they're going to avoid it. And my daughter says she ain't going to put up with me complaining about it. So she just went and got them. Here, Dad, here's the
Yeah.
hose bibs.
And that's the thing. I don't know what it's like where you're at, but here it takes me like, I don't know, 90 seconds to change a hose bib.
Right.
You know what I mean? It's really I
Real
mean in
simple.
Michigan it's a little different if you got the
Steve,
ones where
it actually takes me longer to walk out to the water main and shut off the water than to
Yep.
actually change out the hose
Yep.
bib. Take more time
Exactly.
walking there and back to, change out the hose bib, and I did them both
Yeah.
at the same time, so I didn't have to walk it twice.
Right. Because like in Michigan, they have those frost-free hose bibs. So it's this like the hose bib, but then it's connected to a long copper pipe. So when you shut it off here, it's
Right?
actually shutting off back here. So in the wintertime, water
There's
doesn't stay in the pipe and
Right.
freeze.
Yeah.
So that's different. But where you're at and where I'm at, it takes longer to shut the main off than it does to actually swap it out.
Right. Yeah, because the main is at the street. Anything from the street to the house, the homeowner's responsible
Yep.
for
Yep.
from the
Which
main.
so many people don't get that, man. I get it all the time. Like, well, it's the city's fault. I'm like, no, see the
Oh,
meter? This
no.
side of it is all you. And they
Yep.
just don't get that shit. It's
Yeah.
like,
I was in a mobile home park and I'm like, dude, your trailer hooks into this electrical. Your trailer hooks up to this water line. Your trailer connects to this. So anything on
right.
that trailer is you. Uh, I only control the electrical up to the box, not beyond it. So, anyway, how much more you got going tonight or today? You're still daytime to you. My sun's dropped now. It's dark out.
Yeah. Let's see. About 2.5 hours before the sun goes down.
Oh, okay.
And then emotional damage. What's up, Garrett?
Garrett?
But yeah, about 2.5 hours and then yeah, man, time goes by. It's been such a crazy busy week, and that's what sucks. And every time I'd say that, people are like, "Oh, that's good, you're making money," and I'm like, "No,
Not
I'm
really.
not.
Not
I'm just
really.
super
Those
busy,
people
but
are
it's
there
like I'm
trying to
making.
make money. Yeah. Trying to find
I'm
out where
actually
I
losing money because it's like I'm doing free estimates, or like I would think it's a recall, but and then it ends up being that they're just trying to get more free work and wasting my time. But the money I'm spending on the gas for all that stuff and the time
right.
for all that stuff and sitting in traffic and it's like crazy busy, yeah, but I'm losing money doing all that shit. But I'm not gonna complain though, man. I'd rather it's better than not having nothing and sitting here and
Right.
being
Not
like
really.
stressed out. What am I gonna do?
Yep.
But I was actually supposed to go back to a job today, and because I didn't get home, I got home real late last night, and did some stuff, and then went to bed, got a couple hours of sleep, woke up, got ready, went to the supply house to pick up all the parts for that because I was gonna go do that and then make it home in time for this.
Right.
And then that supply house is like, "Oh, we're out of stock we don't have those transition fittings." I'm like, "Well, shit, dude." I'm like, "All right." So then I drive all the way to Kapolei and hold on one second. This is the job I was at real late last night. Oh, shoot, hold on. I'm like, she gonna pay me right now.
Oh,
And then I drive all the way out to Kapolei to Home Depot And they're like, we don't even carry those at all. Like, we're not even out of stock. We just don't even carry those.
You don't stock them at all.
Like, so I'm like, shit. So then I drive all the way back this way and then further that way to Lowe's. And they're the same thing. Like, yeah, we don't carry those. Like, you got to go to supply house. It's like, yeah, that's where I went first. But they're out, not two because they don't even carry them. But so then by then, all the supply houses were closed and it was already too late for me to even drive all the way to town to even start the job, which I couldn't anyway because I didn't have the freaking
right parts.
Right. So it's like, so now I'm pretty sure that guy's pissed at me, but sorry, Rod, if you're listening. Wasn't my fault. Wasn't my fault this time. A lot of times I'm late. Well, actually, 99% of the time I'm late when I'm going to Rod's jobs.
Right.
But it wasn't my fault this time.
You can't locate the parts,
Right. But you gotta look at the positive side because it's a vacant unit, so it's not like an emergency. In a way, the unit does smell like sewer gas because the vent pipes are all cracked and got holes in them. And
oh shit! Yeah,
you can wait a couple more days. On the way to Knoxville, Tennessee. Right on, Garrett. I got a buddy that lives in Dave's not here. Knows who I'm talking about. We went to school with them. Got a buddy that lives in Knoxville.
Yeah,
I'll say his first name. Oh, Billy.
Yeah, my ex-wife's out in Chattanooga, and my son is in Knoxville.
Okay.
Yeah, they're both in Tennessee.
Yeah, my cousin, my dad's brother, my uncle, and his wife, my aunt, and then my cousin Kelly, their daughter, they are in Nashville. So I will. Okay. Oh, sweet. I love it when they pay that way. It's so much better. When they just transfer the money in the bank and they're like Zelle or whatever.
Yep. So now it's there. You're paid.
Yeah. See, that right there is like, okay. That buys me another week for the light still being on.
The place many.
Oh, Van Life. What's up, Van? When did you pop in? I'm over here flapping my lips. I wasn't even looking at chat. Van, the man with the beautiful beard. Let's see. Southeast Wolverines was in Alabama. Now you're on your way to Knoxville. Right on. Where you going? Concerts, Garrett? Or right there. I'm with family friends who are girls and a buddy of mine. Oh, I thought you meant you were going to visit, but I would put money on he's going to a concert. Which is awesome, man. I used to go to so many concerts growing up. Up until I moved here, actually. Yeah, literally up until I moved out here, because out here, nobody comes here. And if they do it just to go on vacation and write it off on their taxes, and then they just put on like one kind of shitty show. Right. Because they don't really have
I can't say venues. A lot of concerts, but I went to some pretty decent concerts. Because I was at, the Cal Jam 2 was a music festival. That was cool. Santana, everybody played that show. It was cool. And then the California World Music Fest. And it was the number 2, I guess. California World Music Fest 2. It was Cal Jam 2 and then World Music Fest 2 or something like that. It was at the LA Coliseum.
LA Coliseum, okay.
Yeah, the LA Coliseum. They had the World Music Fest, and I went to that.
Well, like here, they got. I don't know if anyone's ever been to Oahu, but they got the Blaisdell, which I can't even like. I'm trying to compare it to something that a venue, but it's not big. You know what I mean? It's not big at all. So it's like if you're a big star and you're gonna have a show,
Right.
and the Blaisdell is like pretty much. I don't know why they don't do like the football stadium, the U of H.
I got to meet.
Like I don't know why they don't have concerts there. I don't get it. But I guess it's because nobody ever comes out here, and when they do, they just like I said, write it off on their taxes and just put on one show, and it's kind of shitty.
My grandson come running in. We need it. Oh, okay. Here, take it. You need something? Grab it. Take it.
Van Life says is Stevo an electrician?
My brothers are. I have I had two older brothers. I now have one older brother, but he has raised all four of his boys to be electricians. And when I was 16, he had me help him wire a new home. It was a new install, and I helped him pull the wires and all that stuff on a house. And he wanted me to become an electrician with them, and I'm like, nope, I don't mess with electricity. You can't see it, you can't hear it, but you sure as hell can feel it. No, thank you.
Yep.
And I became a driver. I basically taught myself how to drive every vehicle I've ever driven, and been doing that since I was 12 years old. My first
Well,
job,
that's like
I was at a Texaco gas station doing full serve. I was checking oil and
Oh yeah, I remember you told me about that. You had a good story there too about what's his name? Or no, there was a story about the air in the tire.
Oh yeah. That's when I was managing a gas station in my older years. Lady came in and wanted the air rotated in her tires. I said, "You want your tires rotated?" "No, I want the air rotated. Take the old
Right.
air out and put new air in." So, okay, you're the boss, lady.
It's like I say, man, we got to take the warning labels off of everything and just let it take care of itself.
But no, when I was 10, 11 years old, my buddy's uncle was the head mechanic at the Texaco service station. And the owner liked me and my buddy, and he hired us to do full serve. That's before they came out with all the child labor laws and stuff. We didn't mind it. And then they came up with
Shit, man. I had a paper out. I had a paper out when I was like 9 or 10 years old, and then I had like an actual job when I was like 13 or something.
Right.
And but yeah, now it's
my first job. I was like 7 or 8 years old, and I worked at the refrigeration store. It was an appliance store. And at 7 or 8 years old, my job was washing out the old ice boxes and the old refrigerators and stuff that were brought in. I would wash those out in the back parking lot with a water hose and a bucket and scrub the old appliances out so they could resell them as used.
Dude, that's hilarious, man. Well, not hilarious, but it's because when I first started plumbing when I was 16, well, I really didn't start plumbing out, but I got a job at a plumbing company when I was 16, and then I was like worked in the warehouse and put the stuff away, and that's when I learned all the materials and the names of the parts. But anyway, for like a short period, the owner was doing that. He was like, well, because they delivered like warranty appliances, so he would just go to Sears, get the new one, go to the people's houses, take the old one, and then Maytag, Whirlpool, whoever it was, they're just like, just trash the old one. Like they didn't even care if there was nothing wrong with it.
Right.
So the boss was like, there's like nothing wrong with any of these. So my job was to clean them all up. I would clean every single one of those appliances up, and sometimes they're pretty nasty, especially when you get like out of the hood in Detroit. So yeah, there was a few weeks that I spent scrubbing refrigerators.
Yeah, it was called the company I worked for was so and so refrigeration, but they sold all kinds of appliances. It was just called a refrigeration store. But my job was washing the refrigerators. And if you stop and think about it, back in the day, that was when they had the handles on the refrigerator. You had to, they would lock.
Oh yeah,
the ones they say, you had to take the doors off when you disposed of them. You had to take the doors off so a kid don't get trapped inside.
Dude,
it was my job to
yeah,
wash.
because I've done that my whole life, right? And just like 2 months ago, the bulk pickup, we had to schedule a bulk pickup, and we had a refrigerator and some other shit. But the refrigerator, I already went and taped it up instead of taking it. I like made sure, and then they sent me an email, and it's like, oh, do not tape the doors, or basically don't do whatever you've been told to do your entire life.
Right.
They even said don't take the doors off, don't tape them shut. It's like, all right, well, something happens, this is all on you, man.
Right.
Because what the, like.
Yeah, it was like, as I remember, they would say, take the doors off.
Yeah, so take them off or tape it shut. But
yeah.
But all right, is Dave's not here? Are you still here? Dave's not here? Or are you not here? Dave's not here.
Dave's never been here. What are you talking about? Dave's never here.
My first job was folding pizza boxes at 8 years old. Wow. I had a job at Little Caesars, a delivery driver, but when I wasn't delivering, that's what I was doing, folding boxes. I had a ton of jobs because in between jobs, from like 13, 14 to up till I was 21, even though I was working for a plumbing company, working in the warehouse and all that. And then I was just all about like hustling back then. I had like part-time jobs. I worked at his factory once for 2 weeks. That was the funnest job I had, but not really at the time. But this other dude that worked there, and I think I was like 17, 18. And this other dude, this black dude that worked there on our lunch break every day, be like, hey man, you drive me up to the store to get some 40s, man. I was like, hell yeah. I'm like, dude, grab me a couple, So every lunch break, but then we go back in and it was just do the same shit, and like 2 minutes would go by and you'd think 3 hours went by, and I'm like, I can't do this no more. So after 2 weeks, we went out for lunch. We went and got our 40s. We came back and he's like, all right, man, let's go. We got to get back in. And this guy was like in his 40s at the time,
Right.
And I'm like, nah, man. No. He's like, what do you mean, nah? I'm like, I'm done, dude. I ain't going back. He's like, well, you can't quit. I'm like, I only been here 2 weeks, man. They're not going to miss me. Trust me. He's like, I knew something was up when you got 3 40s instead of 2.
The third one, didn't you? Yeah, it does slow time down, don't it? Yeah.
Up to $6.50 an hour. I think back then for that job I was just talking about, I think it was $4.25.
Right.
$4.25 an hour at the time.
But yeah, I remember doing the full serve at the gas station, and the folks respected it. It's like cool. They liked seeing kids come. They didn't have a problem with the kid popping your hood and looking under your hood.
Yeah, because they're getting work ethic and
right.
You know what I mean? Like, yeah, I love to see that shit.
But nowadays, like, oh no, get that kid away from my car. He's gonna scratch my car.
Yes.
Yeah. But yeah, when I was a kid, mom was raising 5 kids on her own. So if I wanted any money, I had to get out there and hustle for it.
Right. Yeah. It's like allowance. It's like, here's your allowance. Here's $1. It's like, but I need $5. It's like, well, better figure out how you're gonna get the other 4.
Oh,
you ain't getting it from me.
Mom's
hippie grandma
working to pay the rent and buy the groceries, and mom was doing everything she could. So the rest of us were on our own as far as entertainment or getting money. So I was glad I grew up at the beach.
That's pretty sweet.
Not grown up where I did.
Yep.
Because
I mean, that's like me and Dave's not here last Sunday on the podcast. We were talking about a little bit, but like we grew up in Detroit, and it's just party store on every corner, and then it's cold as shit in the winter, but there was still never rules. It was just when you got to be home. Well, when the street lights come on, you better be pretty damn close.
And then my thought was, oh, the street lights are on. I'm already in trouble. Well, I'll go home tomorrow. I'd stay at my buddy's house. Over time, Mom would have to report me. Oh, she hasn't seen me for a couple of days. It doesn't matter that my brothers and sisters know where I am and have seen me. Mom has to do what she has to do. So she files a missing persons on me. But she would always tell him, he's around. He's at his buddy's house. So when I come back home, I'm released to my mother. But finally, I was 16 years old, and the judge says, I was 15. Why are you always running away from home? I said, Mom's raising 5 kids on her own. I can take care of myself. Incorrigible, temporary placement. Puts me in the system.
Jeez, but it's not even really running away. It's just like,
it wasn't running away
from home for a few days.
Yeah. I was surviving. I was a homeless youth. I was making my home wherever I wanted.
Yeah, that's what I did. I couch surfed for a few years, but not when I was that young. I was more of a like 16, 17, 18.
Mom knew I was always at my buddy's house or at my cousin's house. So it was either family or people she knew, my buddies. She knew who my buddies were, but we didn't have the telephone back then. Mom never had a phone. That's what we were for back in the day, because we didn't have a house phone. Not with 5 kids. Mom ain't gonna afford no damn house phone and the bill for 5 kids.
Yeah, and that's so true, van life. Like my son, well, he's 30 now, but when he was like 17 or 18, I was like, what he just don't want to work. So I brought him to work with me a few times. I'm like, dude, you can make really good money. If you can become a good plumber, you can make really good money. And just don't be like me, because if you're bad with money, you're always going to be broke. But you can make good money if you're good with money. And he wanted to work with me a few times. And after it was the first day he went with me the whole day. Really didn't say much, but he was, watching. And then the second day, I made him get his hands dirty a little bit and do a little bit of work. And then I'm like, so what's up, man? And he's like, no, it's not for me. It's like, nothing's for anybody really, but you have to do something, Well, maybe I'll look into being an electrician. And then he never did that either.
But, well, my son, I was managing a mobile home park. So I was teaching, come on, come and learn how to do this, learn this or that, No, he didn't have any interest in it. But once my buddy asked me, because I would go to the shop and I'd work on race cars. A buddy of mine owned 6 race cars. So once I started going to the shop, my son, like, Dad, you going to the shop? Yeah. Can I go? So he started tagging along to go to the shop. So he had interest in the race cars. Now he's a diesel mechanic. He's working for FedEx now. But he's a mechanic.
Oh, there you go. Yeah. He's a mechanic. Well, I mean, that's like my son now. He
went into the Marine Corps and everything. He was the one that was putting the new armor plating on the Humvees and stuff in Iraq, because they had that inferior. No, they had all the inferior freaking armor plating. He had to replace it all, and that's what he was doing in Iraq. And he got out. And now he's he had done diesel mechanic for International Diesels and a couple different tractor companies too out there in Louisiana and stuff. And now he's working for FedEx. So he's set up pretty good.
Nice. Yeah, it's like my son now, he works for because a few years ago, we were still worried a few years, like, dude, you're in your late 20s, like, come on, man.
Right.
You know what I mean?
It comes down to finding out what they're interested in.
Right. Well, especially nowadays, it's different because everyone nowadays they're kind of expecting, they want the paycheck, but they don't want to do the work. It's like the whole entitlement thing or whatever you want to call it. And it's like,
Right.
no,
I was
no,
like that.
dude, it's not handed to you, man.
I was like
You
that
know?
too. If I had somebody that would want to give me the money, I'd take it and not work if I had, if the opportunity was there. But still,
Right.
what I wanted, I had to, work for to get myself. But now you lost me.
But yeah,
Go.
that's the good thing though. What happened a couple years ago is he got this job at it was a hospital for like recovering drug addicts and like kind of like a mental institute in a way, because it was
Right.
recovering drug addicts but also like mentally,
mental facility or
right. And he loved it, and up until that time every job he'd ever had he'd either get fired or just basically get fired because
Right.
like twice a week he just wouldn't show up and like, man, I just don't feel like.
didn't
But
have any interest in it. Right.
this job he
I
went to
knew.
every day and he was always there, and he was
Right.
even calling me and like, yeah, man, telling me, and I'm like, sweet, you know.
Right.
And
'Cause I knew
but
when I was
then
growing up
turns
because I
out
grew up at the beach.
that company lets him go, right? And here's the whole thing where it's like, if you become the little boy that cried wolf, because it's like you tell, oh, well, it wasn't my fault I got fired. It wasn't my fault. And then you get fired from a job you actually love and it's not your fault. But then you
Right.
tell people and they're just like, oh, okay, I'm sure it was, but it wasn't. So, but anyway, so it's because they were closing down, which they did. It was like long story into it. But anyway, so like time went by like a year and a half since then. And he just landed another job at another place, and so it's like I'm excited for him because
Okay. Seeing
he's
what he wants to
finally
do.
doing something that he loves.
Right. See,
And
I knew when I was growing up because I grew up down at the beach and I was always outdoor. I knew I had to work outdoor. And I have had a couple jobs working in factories here and there, computer company and stuff like that. And I couldn't stand being in the warehouse all the time. Like, no way, I have to be
oh yeah,
outdoors.
that drives me nuts.
So I basically most of my jobs were driving, where I'm outdoors driving a vehicle. And if not, I was operating a forklift. If I was in a warehouse or something, I was doing shipping and receiving. So I'm, moving stuff indoor, outdoor. I'm on a forklift. I'm not stuck inside, sitting at a desk, no windows.
Yeah, yep. That's what I stuck to the plumbing too, and what I love about it is because even if you work for a company, you're still, well, one, no two jobs are ever the same, so it's not repetitive. It's not like just at a factory doing the put a bolt in
Right.
here, put a bolt in here. But then between each job, you're driving and you take your break, and then it's just, you're not, like you said, you're not in an office,
Right.
stuck in. Man, I'd fall asleep in every 10 minutes if I was
Come on.
in an office like that.
Hey, come on up, right? They want to see you too. There,
buddy.
Say
What's
hi,
up, buddy? He's got those awesome eyes.
He came up trying to bite my hand and everything, wanting to play. Look at buddy. There you are right there. I know you can't see the screen. See you later.
Yeah, and I agree with Ed too. Me too, man. I don't know. It's just the hard labor. It just, I don't know.
Right. Now,
maybe that's what those muscle guys get out of like working out all the time. And I've
right.
never been a gym guy.
So when the judge put me in that temporary placement, I went AWOL. I was gone for like 2 years, and I didn't go to school. And when I finally came back home after 2 years, I'm 17 years old, going on 18. Mom says, you got to get a hold of your probation officer so you can get back in school, blah, blah, blah. Okay, fine. Went to the probation officer, saw him. He told me I was free from the day I went AWOL. They never had any warrants or anything on me. Oh, okay. Well, I need to get back in school. He said, well, go register. So I went and I registered at school, at high school, and I went to 2 classes for a full semester. It was at the very end of the semester and it was, what was it? Math and science, I think it was the 2 classes I signed into. And I went to those for that semester. At the end of the semester, it's like, you have to go see the counselor. I go into counselor and he's telling me, well, by law, you have to take a minimum of 4 classes a day. And I looked at him. I said, no, actually, by law, I can drop out right now and go get me a job. I think that's what happened. And I got up out of his office. I had a job before I got home that day. And I landed a job at Builder's Emporium, working in the lumber department.
That's what I did. I was
That's
16 working at that.
I started working then, and I've been working ever since. And it was 35 years later. It was like 35 years later that I did get my GED. My wife, she was looking for another job. She got tired of answering no on the high school because she got pregnant and got kicked out of high school. She had to go to the continuation school because she was pregnant. They didn't want her to be a bad influence on the other students. Well, she gave birth about a semester before she was supposed to graduate or whatever, and she never completed it. Well, 35 years later, she wanted to get her GED. So she did. And I told her, when you take the test, I'll test. She wanted me to take classes with her, night classes. I'm like, no, I will take the test. And if I pass the test, I'll get my GED. If I don't pass the test, I'll study to see what it is I need to, So she studied, she did her night classes. I took the test when she did the test. The only thing I didn't pass was the written essay part of the test. So they did a retest a month later. Under the retest, I did pass the essay part, so I got my GED. So we both got to graduate 35 years after we were supposed to. And all 3 of the grandkids that I'm living with right now was at that graduating ceremony. 2 of them have already graduated. The last one should be graduating this year. So
I did similar. I was 16. That's when I started working at that plumbing company.
Yeah.
Metro Installation. It's not there anymore, but so I dropped out, 16 working there. And then when I was 18 and I was living in Findlay, Ohio, so I wasn't working at Metro anymore, but that's where I worked when I dropped out. I was living in Findlay, Ohio, working for another company out there. And I got my GED. And the crazy thing is, I never went to the classes. I went to the very first class. I showed up, and that was it. And then that was it. I disappeared. And then I showed up on the test day, and I remember the teacher going, "Oh, I thought you quit." I'm like, "No." She's like, "Well, you never came to the classes." I'm like, "Oh, fuck the classes." You know what I mean? So I took the test because I didn't care either. I was like, I don't care if I pass or not. I just took the test. And then that teacher, like a week later, showed up to my door personally to bring me because I passed. And she was like so impressed because she's like, "You only have a 9th grade education and you didn't even show up to the classes and you passed with like a C+ average or something." And I'm like, "Yeah, thank you."
Right.
And the funny thing is, the day she showed up at my door too to give it to me was also the same day that if I would have stayed in school, that my high school was having the graduation when they give the diplomas out and shit.
Right.
So I still got my GED the same day I would have got mine, but instead I worked for 3 years and made money.
Mm-hmm. Yep. But yeah, it's basically, you just need to find out what's the interest of the kid. Once, like my son, I showed him what I could when I was managing the mobile home park. That's what I did, So in the summertime, it's like, come along with me, and he'd help me around the park, but it just wasn't something that interested him. But once I started going to the shop and working on the race cars and everything, that piqued his interest. Like, cool.
Yeah.
Once he graduated high school, he went to UTI, United Technical Institute, and he got his Ford technician's license. Then he took the extended class to get his international diesel mechanics license. And right after that, he started working at an international dealership, and 9/11 hit. And when that happened, 9/12, he was at the recruiters signing up. I mean, when that happened on 9/11, he was at the recruiters on 9/12. How do I enlist? Let's start the process. So,
but aloha, Dakota Hayes. Good to see you.
He's always worked on cars because that's something he's wanted to do. Ed, that's my grandson, laughing in the background on his phone. Probably checking out some other videos. If it wasn't that, he'd be cursing because he'd be losing the video game. So the giggling I can put up with. When he gets on the video games and he starts losing, oh man, he gets he gets very boisterous.
So we have Ronnie York is going to be doing a live in a half an hour from now.
Hello, Deb. I saw you there lurking.
I still want to know if Dave's not here, man. Is still here, man.
He hasn't responded for quite a while. I don't think he was ever here.
Dave's not here. Because this is the last short I did from last Sunday's podcast, and I think it's funny, but it got demonetized, so they're not really showing it. But I want to show it only if Dave was here though, because it was one of those where it's like, I'm sure Steve's gonna get good clips from this.
Right?
I was like, oh yeah,
remember or I said something in the chats too, didn't I?
I think so. Yeah.
I said, yeah, Steve's gonna get some good clips off of this one, and you said, yeah, he knows me real well. I remember you making that comment. Yeah, Stevo knows me real well.
And the way I put it together too, it's like none of each clip has anything to do with the next clip, but it sounds like it all has something kind of, but here, I'll play it real quick. It's only 50 seconds. So
this is like the funnest podcast I've been on.
A good ball movement. One of those moments I can't take back. Put your eye in real close to my nipple. Smack me in the face.
Let's go on Steve Harloha's show. Smack Dave T.
No, don't do it to me. Is that like a nipple balm? Because I need some of that. Some inner thigh cream.
Here you go, Dave. You can use this on your nipple.
You got to rub some of that cream on that.
Kind of let it take care of itself.
There's a good chance a wet burrito did get lucky.
Wet burrito, right?
Let us blow dry our hair in the bathtub.
Lucky Burrito said you should do it.
Uh-oh.
Steve should have a few cuts from this episode of I'm real proud to have googly eyes, and me and Roger Rabbit have something in common now.
I wear stretchy pants. It's for fun.
I think you know people.
I'm definitely going to clip that.
Cool as shit. If you want to marry a possum, it should be your right.
Yeah. Ain't nobody got time for that.
Thanks, Steve Harloha.
That's hilarious.
So I told him, he's like, no, don't do that. I'm like, oh, I'm doing it. But it's fun. It's all fun. But it sucks they demonetize it. So I didn't look to why. I think I don't even know. But so they're not.
It's like one of those little clips you got in there.
It's public and it's posted, but like YouTube just isn't, making sure that people see it. Slobberjaw. What's up, slob? A possum. Yeah.
Satanic.
I like that too. He goes, you want to marry a possum? You should have. And then right after that, I put ain't nobody got time for that. That your nipple died for several minutes, went grayish, black, regained color, then became a scar in plain sight.
No, I don't think so.
So what had happened was, is there a slob rock yet? Is there a slobberjaw rock? Steve's got way too much time on it.
Slobberjaw is on a rock. We got Slobberjaw is on the not commonly common rock, but I could make a Slobberjaw rock.
Van Life says Steve's got way too much time on his hands. I wish that's where I don't get no sleep anymore because I'm doing all my shit. And then I come home and I'm like, God, I want to work on this video. And those each like that 50-second video took me like almost 3 hours. So it's like the next thing I know, it's 2:00 in the morning, and fuck, I got to wake up at 3 hours at 5:00. But I don't know. I enjoy doing those videos. It's like therapeutic to me. It just I enjoy it, and I kind of forget about everything else. And
Right.
yeah,
It's your
it's
escape.
relaxing.
Yeah. It's
Yeah,
your
yep. It is. It's definitely my escape. The storm of 2024 is Ronnie's live. Just came up. Oh, okay, yep. It's let's see. It's right there. Actually, I'll put
And at some point, I got to figure out how to take this show and put it on my YouTube, because that 26-minute video I have not been able to download onto my YouTube because of the storage.
oh, that even affects that if your storage is full on your phone? Shit.
Yeah, it's not or the 26-minute video is too long for me to put on YouTube. I need to edit it down. Anytime I go to edit, the phone is telling me I don't have storage to edit it down. It won't allow me to edit the video.
Damn. See, that's the hard part, because when yeah, anytime I record anything on just my phone,
15-minute segments. I was going to 15 minutes here and whatever, over there, and it wouldn't allow me to do it because of the storage.
yeah, especially if I record something just on my phone, I have the hardest time getting it to my computer. But if I record something on my phone through StreamYard, I can save it to StreamYard, then come to my computer, and I already have it. But if I do it from my phone and try to send it, it's like, oh, it's too big of a file. You can't email it, or you can't send it, or you can't.
Right.
I'm sure I'm missing something that's like real easy. But
stream this to your audience. That will only put it live, right? I mean, I don't.
Yeah, that puts it live to where we're at, but we're getting ready to end soon because Ronnie's coming on.
But somehow I'm going to want to go and download this onto my channel somehow.
I can email it to you. I can download this on my computer, this whole live stream.
Okay.
And then email it to you.
How can you?
I
can't even email you a video. I mean, I can't email you a 5-minute video. How are you going to email me a 30-minute video?
Well, that's the thing, yeah, because you might not be able to open it, but no, because I've done it before. I can't remember.
You'd be
I'm
able
gonna
to
have to
open
look
up
again.
the laptop. I think the problem is in the phone storage or something there. I don't know. I don't know all this technical crap anyway. And then when I ask my grandkids to explain it or show me, they get upset because I'm such a dummy.
But no, if I email it to you and you open that email on your laptop, you should be able to open it. It'll just be a large file.
Oh, Ed's got it. Okay, Ed explained it. I cannot edit without Ed. You can't edit without the ED. It don't work. You need the Ed for it to work. It's Ed, it. They work hand in hand.
It's got storage issues too. I'm gonna pop some popcorn before Ronnie starts. See you guys right on, Van Life. Yeah. Everyone, just to make me look good, everyone go over there and say "Love Raid" from Steve Harloha, and we hit the like button.
Oh,
because he's got to have. Oh, he's only got 4. I'm sure he's got more than that. Yeah, he's got 6. He's got to have enough likes to beat David Devine. But yeah, I pinned the link for Ronnie's at the top. And he goes on in 24 minutes and 20 seconds. So get your popcorn ready. Get your popcorn ready.
So what do we got? Like 33 likes is what I'm showing.
Oh, how many do we? Let's see.
13 watching.
I got 32.
32. I got 33 on mine.
Oh, wait, just went to 33. Okay. Yeah, 13. And oh, wait, I got a question for the chat. Was there, or were there ads? And if there were, was it back? Because I think I figured out how to get it to where it doesn't. Because I know sometimes when I'm live, they're like, dude, what's up with all these ads? And I'm like, I'm not doing it. I'm trying to tell them to stop. Don't, like, if I'm live, don't put ads. Who wants ads during a live stream? Like, I get it during an actual video, but, and even that, I don't do it. It's like either put it at the very beginning or at the very end. But especially in a live stream, don't just, like, you're watching a live stream and then, oh, what's this shit? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Do that. So hopefully no ads. Oh, thank you. All right. I feel better. So hopefully whatever I did is working, because it should be, under my understanding, it shouldn't be putting ads. But I said that before, and people were like, dude, I've had 4 ads already. And I'm like, okay, well, I'm not going to do it that
no
way.
ads right now, so
Cool. So it is. I'm going to do it this way every time then. Awesome. That makes me feel better. Because that's the worst, especially when I'm live and then I look in the chat and everyone's like, what the fuck's to do with all these ads? And I'm like, sorry. I promise it's not me.
It did freak me out the first time I saw ads. I'm like, the hell am I getting at? And I think it was on the Steve and Ronnie show.
Yeah, well, that's usually, with me and Ronnie.
I'm like, what the hell's these ads popping up?
Yeah. Well, yeah, ad usually coming in, when you usually coming in, there'll always be 90% of the time there'll be an ad.
Oh, yeah. And if you come in, or if you're watching a video and you go to fast forward it or something, they'll pop a video in there. Because you tried to fast forward or something, they'll throw another video on, an ad.
Or if you leave and come back,
yeah,
then it pops an ad up again. But it's just, to me, it's the whole thing, like, while you're live. Because how does that work too? Like, so we're live. So then an ad comes up. Then when the ad's done and that person comes back that's watching, are they now 30 seconds behind? Or are they still at the live part and they just missed the last 30 seconds of whatever happened? You know what I mean? That's like unfair.
Yeah. You see Van Life's comment?
Yeah, checked into that RSO today, and you're supposed to work your way up to 1 gram a day. I'm sure Ronnie isn't taking enough because it would be outrageously expensive.
Well, I'm feeling opposite on that. If Ronnie was doing 1 gram a day, I don't think he'd be airing anything.
Right? Ronnie call me and he'd be like, Ronnie call me and he'd be like, so what's going on? I'd be like, do you have the it's set up for Sunday yet? And he'd be like, it's only Monday. And I'd be like, no, dude, it's Friday. Like, oh shit. Is it easy, Dakota? See, I don't know. It's very easy to make your own.
I mean, I grow my own and I harvest my own, but I smoke flour. I don't process it. I harvest. But I guess that's about being old school.
Oh, shit. You know what? Totally unrelated, but something just popped in my head. I'm excited now. Because I just remembered when we were putting our fence in, and we were doing had to dig the post and all that, I
Post hole?
totally forgot. I bought a it's electric,
An auger?
but it's pretty bad. An auger.
There
I
you go.
forgot. So for my mailbox, oh, dude, I'm excited now. I forgot all. I'm glad I remembered because I would have been out there with
the post hole digger.
right.
Out the auger, Steve.
And then I probably would have got done and then went in the backyard and been like, looked at it and been like,
Yeah. Once you'd have saw that auger, man, you'd have been upset.
Right. And it was cheap when I got it too, because I mean it's electric, but I'm like, I don't know any other reason I would use it. But it worked good for the post also for the mailbox, man. It'll take me like 2
I
minutes
got
to
another funny story too. Remember I told you I had to do those hose bibs, right? Well, I don't go out in the garage no more. I have one grandson. I basically turned the garage over to him. And since he's been out there over the last year, he must have rearranged that garage 4 or 5 times. He'll empty stuff out of it, put it in the driveway, and then repack it again. So anytime I need anything from the garage, I ask him. So when I was going to do the hose bibs, I told him, I'm going to need a couple pipe wrenches. He's like, okay. He goes out and he brings me a pipe wrench and a big channel locks. I'm like, okay, I could probably make that work. And then I'm
like the big channel locks, the big ones,
not the big ones,
or
but
just the regular big size,
3/4 inch, larger
right?
than the
Okay,
it's
the regular
not 12-inch ones. It's more like an 18-inch, but not the big, huge one. You know. Anyway,
right. No, because I have the regular big ones, and then I have the big ones. You know?
But anyway, he brings those into me, and then I looked at him. I'm like, you know what? Go bring me that the crescent wrench. Bring me a crescent wrench too. He's like, okay. And he goes out and brings me the crescent wrench. I'm like, okay. So then when I went to go do the job, you know, I ended up doing it. He was gone and he just came back a few minutes ago. And I told him, I says, oh, by the way, thanks for the crescent wrench. He says, why? Did you need it? I says, yeah. I couldn't have done the job without the crescent wrench because I needed it to shut the water off at the main.
Yep. Yeah, I was gonna say if your meter's anything like ours, you got to have a crescent wrench.
The channel locks would have been too big to fit in the box, and the pipe wrench definitely too large. You know, so the tools he brought me was too large to fit in the box where the meter is. So I couldn't use either one of those. So it was a good thing I had asked him about the crescent wrench because without it, I wouldn't have got the job done. But yeah, he's got full control over the garage now. If I need anything, I got to ask him for it. Because I know he don't want me going in there. I'll make a mess of the place looking for something.
That's actually what I need to do. Like what you were saying, he takes everything out, and that's what I got to do in our garage. I got to take everything out, clean it, go through everything, and then just.
Well, what I am fortunate is I do have a loft out there, basically for storage. So all my Christmas and camping gear are all up in the loft area. All the Christmas decorations and supplies and my camping gear are all up off the ground in the loft. So you don't have to move those around. You're just moving all the other storage stuff around. Stuff where we don't want to get rid of for some reason or another. Like, throw that crap out. Yeah. Get it out of here. Why are we storing it?
There's always that, well, we should hold on to that. And then 2 years later, okay, we should hold on. It's like, if you haven't used it or touched it or even thought about it in that long, throw it out.
My mother-in-law lived with me, and she was paying storage on a storage unit. And I kept telling her year after year, we have a garage here. Let's bring your stuff from the storage unit and put it in the garage here. You don't have to pay for storage.
Right.
Until last year when my ex-wife came and got her mother, because my mother-in-law lived with me for 5 years after my wife divorced me. I still lived with my mother-in-law lived here with me until my wife came last year and took her. But still, even up to the day she left, They ended up going over there to that storage unit and taking that stuff and putting it into the U-Haul to take back to Tennessee, which she probably never will use anyway.
Right.
But she paid all these years for the storage, and she could have had it sitting here in the garage and not paid on it.
Right. That's,
And then when my wife came and picked her up, they got a U-Haul trailer, so they went over to the storage, took everything from the storage, threw it in the trailer, and plus what she had here, and then headed out.
I actually do got to get a storage unit, but just for my plumbing shit. 'Cause my plumbing, I got way too much plumbing shit. I need to get a storage to make that my shop. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But that'd be sweet if Dakota could do that.
I have a box. Yeah, I just.
What's your
name of it?
Wait, send you some what? $25. Send me some. I'll make Ronnie some money. Send you $25. I'll send you $25 if you can make that for Ronnie. I'll do anything to help Ronnie out. Everclear. Oh shit, Everclear.
Yeah.
Van life, dude. I had that. Well, I think I had it more than once, but I'll never forget the first time I had it. Holy shit, man. I was young and stupid, and yeah. I think I did only have it once because the first time was like an experience that I'm like, nope. Latina and Cali, aloha, good to see you. Yeah, my buddy lit it on fire too when we drank it.
Yeah.
It's basically gasoline. I mean,
yeah, high octane. Yep.
But yeah, but Dakota, whatever you meant by send it $25, send me some. I don't know if you mean send you the clippings or but if you need $25, I'll send you $25 to help Ronnie out. But speaking of Ronnie, he is coming on in 11 minutes.
Yep, and we've been on what, almost an hour now, or 2 hours?
2 hours. 2 hours. So everyone that just got here after the Rock Garden, definitely go back and watch. It's good stuff. With oh wait, no, he said he gets it for $25 for the weed. Oh, okay. I don't need the money. I just need the weed. Yeah. I don't have that part either. And how does that work too with sending it? Because like most states it's legal, right? But then freaking government.
I still don't know if I can ship it. Yeah.
That's what I mean. It's like freaking the government, man. It's like it's legal, but it's not legal, but then it is legal.
I don't think I could ship it to Texas. And I don't know what the Texas laws are either. Because I know I can freely grow here in California. I just got to watch how much I grow legally.
Right. See, and there again, it's legal, but it's not legal. It's legal, but if you grow too much, then whoa, like we want our cut. Like
I want to find the attorney. I want to find the lawyer that wants to represent me and sue the United States government for regulating me out of all of my God-given rights.
Exactly. That's what I'm saying. Exactly.
The United States government is regulating.
Who the hell are they to be like,
this, that, and the other? Who are you to say how many plants I can grow? The Lord wants me
to grow them.
I'm going to grow them.
Yep. And then you're going to do whatever the hell you want with them. If someone wants to buy them from you, then you're going to sell them to them. If you want, you know what I mean? But it's always, where's our cut? Where's our cut? Yeah. Don't forget, taxes are only temporary. Right? when it was 1%, way yonder ago. Only temporary, but a bunch of piracy bullshit. Yeah, I agree with Dakota right there. Fuck the government.
Yeah,
they always just sticking their nose in your business and.
Yep. Let's see. The last time I went and I registered, I put down non-preference that I wasn't selecting a party, and come to find out on what was it? I got an email the other day stating that I have to do some sort of crossover ballot if I want to vote for a presidential candidate. You have to use crossover. What the hell's all this confusion shit about?
Right.
Just because I didn't select Republican or Democrat or. Oh, my daughter's calling. Hold on, let me mute you for a second here. See what she wants.
They need to get rid of the two-party bullshit. Because I'm neither, that's for sure. What the hell happened to my mic? Why can't they just put American citizen? Why do I have that's the division right there. Are you on the left or the right? Are you a Crip or a Blood? It's like, what? Nah, I'm just me, man. I just want to live my life and leave the government out of it. But oh well. It is what it is, and it ain't what it ain't. But Ryan's coming on in 7.5 minutes, so I say we all go and blow his chat up. Go over to his chat and fill it up before he even goes live. Yeah, what do you guys say? You agree? I show Ronnie some love. I bring it every day. Kelly. Aloha. Big Chap. What's up, Big Chap?
There he is. Big Chap.
I pinned the link for Ronnie's channel up at the top, and we're going to end it, and I'll go and blow up his chat before he even starts because he got like 6 or 7 minutes before he goes live.
That's right.
And then don't forget
this out
tomorrow.
if you want to see the rock garden, and I will be posting more videos coming up. So I will be putting it on my YouTube channel.
Yep, definitely go rewatch the beginning, the first half of this one for the rock garden and all the updates and good stuff. And don't forget tomorrow the Steve and Ronnie Ronnie and Steve podcast. I like saying Ronnie first. I think it sounds better. Ronnie and Steve podcast. Tomorrow we got Southeast Wolverines as our guest. It'll be a really good one. So, any final thoughts, Steve-O?
Well, I want to thank you for hosting. Want to thank everybody in the rock garden. Thank you all for watching. And those that are in the chat, if you're not in the rock garden, you are now on the list. So for those that haven't seen their rock in the garden, you're now on the list. So it will be eventually make it to the garden. So
the answer to will you get your own rock is yes.
Yes, it will be coming up. So I did make a list from today's chat. So because I know once you show it, I can't go back and see all of these. So a lot of them are already in there, though. Most of these people are already in the garden.
Yeah. Yep. So cool. All right. Well, then, let's see. My final thoughts would be have a beautiful morning, beautiful day, beautiful afternoon, a beautiful evening, beautiful night, whatever it may be, wherever you are. Much love, much aloha, most importantly. God bless. And we'll see you all in Ronnie's chat, which is pinned at the top. What's that, Steve?
So love y'all. Y'all take care.
Yeah.
See you later.
Love you guys. See you around.